Hi y'all, this is Larry from Deep South Texas. It's early October and it's time for another garden update. Well, it's time to get our fall crop planted, and we've been busily doing that for this last week. So we'll take a look at what we have planted for the fall, and we'll take a look at those onions I put in about a week and a half ago. So let's get started. But first, let's take a look at these sweet potatoes. They are growing and growing and growing. I think we'll try to harvest some of the first ones we planted next week. It's going to be real interesting. So the onions we planted about a week and a half ago have germinated and come up. We had some fairly good success with that, I think. There are patches here and there where they haven't come up, but for the most part, there are lots of onions coming up. There'll be some thinning that needs to be done here, and also a lot of weeding, it looks like. The backup onions are also up. Looks like I got a bunch here planted too close together. And then the 3-year-old seed, it's come up as well. So it looks like we're going to have plenty of onions this year. Although I told myself I wasn't going to plant any tomatoes this fall, we do have about a half a dozen planted. I really haven't had any luck on fall tomatoes, but we got a couple beds here. We're going to give it a try again. I have about a half a dozen Napa cabbages planted here, and the rest of the bed has been sown with some other Chinese vegetables. And I just planted broccoli in this bed and cabbages in this bed. I have taken toilet paper rolls, cut them in half, dug into the compost, and planted the seed in the dirt and put the toilet paper roll on top. So we'll see if this works. My primary concern is I get some sort of caterpillar or something that eats off the plant once it comes up, so this should fix that. I'm letting the okra go to seed, and the seed pods are getting so heavy that they're bending over the top of the okra plant. But there's lots of them here. The moringa trees that I planted 3 weeks ago are doing good. That's one that was just planted. Here is another one that was just planted, and basically this one had all of the leaves stripped off of it, and it's got abundant growth coming back. And I harvested the leaves from the other moringas at the same time that I planted those. I yielded about 260 grams of moringa leaf powder from those. That's enough to last, almost 4 months, so we're looking good. I'll get one more moringa harvest this year, and I'll do that when I get a frost alert. I'll take all the leaves off, and then I will cover the plants for the duration of the frost, which probably is only 2 or 3 days. The cuttings I took from my moringa leaf harvest that I planted are doing well. So these were just bare sticks 3 weeks ago, and now they both have leaves and are looking really good. So this bed has some curly leaf mustard, and this bed has had turnips planted in. It looks like they're all up. This bed has beets, and there's only a couple beets up so far. And this one we have spinach, and I don't see any of that coming up yet. And call me crazy, but I'm going to give corn another try. So we have some corn planted in this small bed here. We're going to see if we get any corn by Christmas. So I have carrots and parsnips planted in this bed, and it's covered up until I see that they sprout. Now they've been in there for a week at least, and I don't see any sprouting yet. And I'm going to give cucumbers a chance here in the fall as well. So on this part of the trellis I have a few cucumber plants. They have germinated. And on the other side of the trellis I have some pole beans. These are Blue Lake pole beans that I saved the seed from. So looks like they're popping up too. The only thing left that I have left to plant are some sugar snap peas that I am going to plant in these containers this week. So here's a quick view of this part of the garden, how it's all laid out. So a lot of small little plants just popping up now. It'll look quite a bit different by the time we get to our next update. And here is the other half of the garden. Has the peanuts and the okra in it. Peanuts probably are ready to dig up. And see if we can get a shot of this navel orange tree. It's looking pretty good. Well, that's it for the early October update. Again, we're planting our fall garden. It's mostly planted, and we'll continue to watch these vegetables grow over the next few months. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. Please leave a comment and subscribe if you would. Thanks for watching.